Alright, so I went ahead and resealed the entire roof. It wasn't leaking, but I went ahead and sealed it anyways, just so I didn't have to worry about it this winter. So this is the elastomeric roof coating. So I went around all the seams first with Eternabond. It's like a 4-inch wide tape, kind of like a butyl, but it's not butyl. It's a really sticky, gooey tape. So you can see that over all the seams. And then I went around all that, around all these edges with Sikaflex number 221. And then I went over the top of everything with this elastomeric roof coating from Menards. So it should seal it up real good, and then it'll also keep it cooler on the inside in the summertime. Alright, I went ahead and put a color coat up top on the roof over that white. I put a coat of the tan up there. The tan's still light enough where it won't absorb a bunch of heat, but when I stood back a ways from this trailer, this thing sits pretty low, and when I stand back, I was actually able to see that white roof, which I didn't really care for too much, so I put a coat of the tan up. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm actually thinking about painting the top of this tan instead of this black that I have on here. The wheels are going to be black. I'm just kind of getting a weird sheriff vibe from this thing with that black up top. Kind of starting to not really care for it, so I'm going to go tan up top. Alright, so we are back on the camper build. This is the 6x8 cargo trailer camper conversion. I got my windows in. I cut them out over the weekend and screwed them in just to kind of fit everything. I took them back out today. Put all of my plywood back in. That's over here up against the wall in the garage. And what I did was, after I put my plywood walls back in, I went outside of the camper and marked these cutouts on the back side of the plywood with a pencil, so I can cut that out. Everything will be right where it needs to be, and when I go to put my plywood back in, I'll have that template already cut out on the plywood, so that'll be done. These windows right here open up like this. And then you can also take the screens out. You can open them all the way up too. They're actually exit windows. So they both do that, both sides. And one thing originally that I had planned on doing when I put these windows in, because I had to cut this center brace on the trailer. Originally I was going to take some more steel and go side to side on the top and bottom here just to brace this back up, but what I did was I took some 100% silicone and went around this window all the way around on the inside, both sides, and then down here on the bottom I put a bunch up in there, all up behind this brace, all up behind this brace here. And those of you that have used 100% silicone, you probably know that it works very good as a glue as well as a sealant. I don't ever plan on taking these windows back out. They're brand new. They'll last me as long as I have this trailer. But I'm not going to do any more bracing on that. With this being silicone to the frame of this window, and then it's silicone to both of these braces on each end, that thing isn't going nowhere. I would probably destroy that window, honestly, trying to get it back out of there after that dries. So I'm not worried about any more bracing as far as that goes. I wanted to show you on the floor here, from this wall to this line that's right here, that is where my bed is going to stop, which is basically the width of a full-size mattress. It's roughly around 54, 55 inches, something like that. So there's going to be a bed on the floor, which will be for my son, and about halfway up, right at where the bottom of this window is, back here there'll be another bed coming across, which will be the top bunk where me and Angel will sleep. And over here, from this beam over, coming out to about probably right in here, there's going to be a bar area right here that's basically going to be the kitchen. It's going to be a small sink and a double propane burner right there. That'll be on the top. And then down below, there's going to be a 12-volt refrigerator built into the underneath side of that cabinet. The only thing that's going to be permanent in this build will be that kitchen area, that kitchen bar that's going to be up against that wall. There's going to be a couple chairs over here, probably some kind of fold-out chairs that I can just keep bungeed up against this. After the plywood walls and stuff are all in, I'll make a couple anchoring points over there where I can hook them chairs down and just leave them in. But I'll be able to pull them out if I want, and then I'll be able to pull the mattresses out if I want. I'm going to do an E-track system right here on both sides, to where I can do a couple 2x4 or 2x3 cross braces for the top bunk that'll be removable. There's going to be AC down here at the very bottom, which will have a diamond plate style steel toolbox or aluminum toolbox on the outside that will house the back half of the AC unit. So that's it. That's the plan on this one. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a MaxxAir fan. Probably won't. But this is going to be fully insulated. Floor is going to be insulated. There will be a diesel heater. Not sure exactly where I'm going to bring that up just yet. I'd really like to bring it up underneath the kitchen area over here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it with the 12-volt refrigerator. I'm going to have to do some digging and check some measurements on that. I may be able to make that work. I'm going to try to, just so it's hidden up underneath there. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I will post up another video this weekend when we get some more done. It's a quick little walk around of the exterior with the new windows in. Still need to paint my wheels. They're going to be black chrome lug nuts and chrome center caps.